Unfortunate timing. Kinda needed the clockwork missile to go off a little bit earlier.
Clockwork is dead.
Yeah, but his rocket wasn't, and it would have been the killing blow on Shadow Fiend if it had been timed a little earlier.
Net worth right now, 7,500 has been kind of the call of those last few minutes right there. It has kind of leveled off. If you look at the gold graph right there, Logs, you'll see that it's been a bit of a plateau as of late. XP has kind of done a little bit of a mesa or a butt, as it were, but not much else.
I believe it's pronounced butte.
It is indeed.
But why let that stop you?
But it's more fun in 7th grade to say butt than it is butte.
Whatever you 7th grader. Now, Sad Lion has pretty much nothing. He has Tranquil Boots.
And some sentries. Oh, we got a bit of a fight happening here. Beyond looking to not go for a soul well, but instead a nice enchant totem double stun. Mine getting hit and hit hard as the Chen army rolls into town.
Chen army's gonna roll up and they're probably gonna be able to take this Rax.
Still not my favorite
now,
army.
Templar does have buyback. But
favorite army is the Kiss army, but that's beside the point. Buyback coming out of Templar Assassin, and we are looking into seeing a big fight here in mid lane. They've already broken the tier 3. They're looking for Rax now. Oh, Cafe Le Crew gets eaten by Shadow Fiend. Mercy Please looking to try to take on Keel. Keel looking and getting far too in deep. Death Ward though doing its damage, taking out Memoria. Memoria getting hit by the Soul Well. Mine Meld Striking going for Beyond. Beyond still doing all the damage right there. Not much else. Oh, there goes the Omni Slash, but there's a lot of targets right there. That's going to be a domination right there by Pat Soul in a 4-for-2 exchange. They lost Shadow Fiend. They lost the Chen army leader, but you know what? The troops will battle on, and they will call the GG right there at the 21-minute mark. My God, at a half right there. Void Boys were absolutely stunning that game. 25-10 at 21 minutes. Now, not quite the most one-sided, not quite the most one-sided fight I've ever seen, but my goodness, Void Boys did such a great job during that fight. What did you guys think of that?
That was a really great game.
That was definitely a spectacular game.
Yeah,
Oh,
A lot of very concentrated objective taking. That just sort of just made the shifts.
yeah, CLC really kind of got put off their footing, especially after Clockwork really got hammered badly in bottom lane. And then Templar Assassin really hadn't hit her stride. Drow was kind of casually farming top lane, being left alone. And then she got called in to fight, and she just didn't really have any items.
Indeed.
I do remember saying that I didn't feel like the Clockwork pick was that great that early. I feel like it was too early of a pickup. And
Yeah.
I think it got countered pretty good in lane.
Chen is one of Clockwork's #1 counters. So,
really?
yeah, he's actually, Clockwork is second best, I guess, handled by Chen, if you want to read it that way. I'm guessing the creeps
first
are
best?
just Spectre, actually.
Really? Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yep. So Chen army, heavy push, really punishing CLC for having a lot of single target damage. They don't really have any AoE to mention except maybe Lion's Earth Spike or Clockwork's Cogs, and it really came to bear when they couldn't handle any of the push that was coming out of Void Boys.
Oh, man, I had to catch my breath after that one because my goodness, both teams fought so hard, but in the end, Void Boys ended eking out that victory, that 2-0, such sweet nectar right there. They will advance to first place in the current Western Invitational ladder, and they will go on in glory with a special place in our heart because, man, they did an excellent job. I gotta say, they played a spectacular game, and not to discredit CFC because they also, or no, CLC. I keep trying to say CFC. Not
Cafe Le Crew.
Cafe Le Crew did such a great job, and they tried to play tick for tack every single time. Late game, though, the Void Boys did end up coming out more on top, and then they just blitzkrieged the second game. They straight up said, no, we're going to make sure that you guys aren't going to be able to fight us at all in the beginning game. And that Chin pickup was exactly what they needed. The Chin army was exactly what they needed. There was just no stopping it. They took down the first tower in like 6 minutes. They took down the second tower 2 minutes later. The third tower came down maybe 6-7 minutes after that. And then it was the GG call. There was nothing they could do.
Yeah, it was a really sound strategy. They really picked up on the single targetness of Cafe Lucru, and they just played it to a T. Drow Ranger is actually really good against Chin, but that implies that she has, some items, some farm. She did go Helm of the Dominator, so she could have stolen one of the big creeps, but there wasn't really a time and place for her to do so.
Well, are there any final thoughts about that match? Because I think we about covered everything.
Yeah, it was just a really good match.
They were just really good matches, especially that the first match where it was just back and forth.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us for this UGC presentation of the Void Boys versus Cafe Lucru, and a final score of 2-0. Void Boys were able to eke out a victory over the Cafe Lucru. My name is Brushfire, and for all of us here at the Dota 2 Killcopter, Jujkin, Joestar, and Technoman on Stats, thank you very much for joining us. Good night, and we'll see ya next game.
We win.
Did you remember to do the